Easter's such a special time of year. It's a time when we gather together and celebrate the resurrection of Jesus. It's a time when families and friends gather together and enjoy a great meal, and kids get to go on Easter egg hunts and watch Easter Day parades. Here, our tablescape, we reflect some of those items. You can see our centerpiece has some Easter flowers on there, an Easter arrangement, and then we have some Easter eggs that have love, hope, joy written on them. There's a crystal cross for Jesus, and then we also have place settings, and each place setting receives a little tiny basket with some Jordan almonds in it. Those eggs that you see in the those green egg holders, those can also be used as name cards or nameplates. You can write a person's name on the egg with a marker, in fact. These are not real eggs, they are styrofoam eggs. And you can also paint them if you wanted to. And so here we have our tablescape all ready for Easter. And now let's start getting ready and make my mom's delicious Easter cake. Stay tuned. So you ready to bake my mom's famous Easter dessert? Well, I actually have her recipe right here. And it's so funny, when she made this, she used to make this when I was growing up, and I used to love it all the time. And when I became an adult, I said, Mom, write down your recipe because I want that recipe. And I'm so glad that she wrote it down for me before she passed away in 2006. And so I have the recipe right here, and now I get to share it with you guys. But basically what you're going to need for this is 3 cups of flour, a half teaspoon of baking soda, not powder, but baking soda, 2 sticks of butter. This is unsalted butter, Land O'Lakes. You'll need a half cup of sugar, 1 egg, and 1 lemon. So that's for basically the dough part. You're also going to need 2 egg whites, so we just need the whites. You're going to need walnuts. This is 1 cup of walnuts. We're going to grind our walnuts, and this is a spice and nut grinder. If you do not have one, I highly suggest you get one. These come in so handy. And so that's 1 cup of walnuts. You're going to need 1 teaspoon of vanilla and red raspberry jam. Oh my gosh, so when we moved to Texas, my mom had so much trouble finding red raspberry jam. She could find the jelly, but I think it was the jam she had so much trouble, and now you find it definitely all over the place. And plus, you can get it on Amazon too. So this is Smucker's Red Raspberry Jam. And that is it. So basically the recipe is, once again, 3 cups of flour, half teaspoon of baking soda, 2 sticks of butter, half cup of sugar, 1 egg, and 1 lemon. That's the juice and the peel grated. We're gonna mix all that together. Make sure, make sure dough is not stiff. If it is stiff, add more lemon juice. We're gonna take 2/3 of the dough, roll it out, and we're gonna put it in a 13 by 9 pan. In a bowl, we're going to beat 2 egg whites, like I said before, and it says put in refrigerator. 3/4 cup sugar mixed with the 2 egg yolks until firm. We're going to grind that 1 cup of walnuts finely with a teaspoon of vanilla and add to the egg mixture. And then we're going to remove the egg whites from the fridge and blend it into the walnut mixture and egg. And then we're going to spread red raspberry jam onto the dough mixture, then put the walnut mixture over that. And then we're going to roll the remaining dough to make strips. and they're going to be like really thin strips, and we're going to put that on top. It's almost going to look like a checkerboard type of thing. And then we're going to bake at 350 for 35 to 40 minutes until golden brown. So that is the recipe. So that is awesome. But I'm going to show you exactly how to make it, so stay tuned. Okay, so welcome back. So before we get into making the dough and all that, I'm going to get my 2 egg and separate my egg whites from my egg yolk. Okay, so I'm going to separate my egg white from my egg yolk with my 2 eggs. Now I am using extra large eggs, so please keep that in mind. And the way I separate it, I just separate it with my hands and my fingers. Just let the egg white run through my fingers. And then let's do the second one. Okay, so now I'm gonna get my egg whites and I'm gonna put that in the refrigerator for now. Okay, and I'm gonna put my egg yolks aside, and I'm gonna clean up my little eggs here, my little mess. And now we're gonna start to make the dough. So I'm using my KitchenAid appliance here. Just love my KitchenAid. And now we're gonna get, it says mix all this together, which is the 3 cups of flour, and then my ½ teaspoon of baking soda. My ½ teaspoon of baking soda. And then my 2 sticks of butter. Now one thing, she did not say if the butter should be at room temperature. It's not written down, so this has been out of the refrigerator for just a little bit. What I'm gonna do with the butter is I'm gonna just cut it up when I place it in there. See, so it's still a little on the hard side, but it's not at room temperature. And I almost cut my finger. Oh, good times. No, I didn't cut it, but I was close. I was close. Okay. All right. Now I hope you try out this recipe. Something my mom used to make every year. It was actually a Hungarian cake that she learned from her Hungarian friend up in New York. She used to call it Ava's torte, but it's not really a tort. It's more of just a cake. And it's not like your birthday cake or anything like that. You'll see when it's all done. But I call it my mom's cake because she kind of added her own thing and kind of made it her own. And so anyway, it's my mom's Hungarian Easter cake. All right, so we got our 2 sticks of butter, and now I'm gonna add a ½ cup of sugar. Here's my ½ cup of sugar. And 1 egg. And then 1 lemon. It says add the juice. So I'm going to cut my lemon here. And I have a lemon juicer. I highly suggest you kind of get one of these. It just makes it a lot easier. Holds the seeds or the pits. Is it the seeds or the pits? Sometimes I say pits, but I don't know, I think it's seeds. All right, so there's that. And there's the lemon juice. I'm also gonna get my zester here. I'm gonna add zest from the lemon. And then my lemon juice. and then I'm gonna mix that. Now, one thing, which I almost forgot, is a little trick is to get a towel so the flour doesn't go flying all over the place. And then you can start mixing it, and after a while, once you see the flour's not going anywhere, then you can remove the towel. So now you can hear that the mixer is actually getting a little slower. It's kind of, you can see that it's really coming together, and so you know it's pretty much mixed well. We're going to be stopping it in just a little bit, and then we're going to be combining it together. Okay, so we're back. Got my apron on. Gonna fix my shirt. I'm gonna make sure that I look halfway decent. All right, here we go. How's that? All right, so my dough is definitely mixed. Wow, look at that. Now feeling it, I think it feels okay. I think that's good. I'm gonna add just a little have just a little flour on the surface, just a little bit. And it says take 2/3 of this dough. So I think that is about, let's see, 2/3 of the dough. I think that's about 2/3. All right, so you can see our dough here. Looks really nice. Okay, and then what else does Mom say? Mom says, take 2/3 of the dough, roll out, put in pan. All right, so this is our pan. This is a non-stick pan. Once again, she didn't say anything about buttering a pan or anything, so I'm just using this non-stick here. We're gonna roll out that dough. First, I'm gonna combine it just a little bit more with my hands a little bit, knead it just a little bit. Always use the palm of your hand for that. Just knead it like that. I think that's good. Doesn't need a lot of kneading. I get my rolling pin, add some flour to it, just a little bit. We're gonna roll it out. It smells really good. You can really smell that lemon. Oh, I think lemon is an awesome flavor. It's really, I think, nice to make around Easter time, the springtime. How many of you are ready for spring? I know I am. Definitely I am. This winter was not fun, especially in Texas. Let's pray that doesn't happen again. All right, so I got my dough kind of rolled out here. Let's see. Now she does not mention the thickness. Yep, she doesn't mention the thickness. So I'm just going to make sure it's able to fit. Everything is about the same consistency. This is probably about 1/4 of an inch thick. Put it in our baking pan here. I'm just going to press it in. Now, as far as the sides goes, I kind of think she put a little tiny border, which was just kind of pressed in with her fingers, so if I can remember, it's been so long, but so it basically looks like this. All right, I'm gonna do a close-up for you to see. Okay. All right. Then it says, take 2/3 of the dough roll out, I did that in bowl, beat 2 egg whites and put in refrigerator, okay? And then 3 cups of sugar. All right, so let me get my egg whites. I'm gonna beat that real quick. Beat your egg whites. It's not like you're beating it with, what do you call, making it into stiff peaks and making it like that. You're not making a meringue. You're just kind of really just mixing it, kind of beating it quickly, and then we're gonna add it back in the fridge. Now it says 3/4 cup of sugar mixed with 2 eggs. Okay, 3/4 cup of sugar mixed with 2 egg yolks until firm. All right, so we're gonna be doing that. So let me get my sugar. 1, always level out with a knife. So that's 1/4 cup. We need 3. 2. And 3. All right, so we're gonna mix that now with our mixer. So we have our 3/4 of sugar mixed with 2 egg yolks until firm. All right, then it says ground 1 cup of walnuts finely with 1 teaspoon of vanilla, add to egg mixture. I'm gonna grind up the walnuts. That was 1 cup. I'm gonna add to that the 1 teaspoon of vanilla. So we grinded up the walnuts, and I'm going to get the egg. You can see how stiff the egg is with the sugar. Can you see how stiff that is? It's very stiff. That's what you want. And we're going to add it to this bowl here. Probably should have used the larger bowl originally. And now we're going to add the walnut mixture, the egg mixture, egg whites. I'm going to mix that together. I was a little scared at first, but this is definitely right. I'm going to show you up close what this looks like. And that's what you want. That is the filling. All right. So then it says, spread red raspberry jam onto the dough mixture. So there's our red raspberry jam. Spread that onto our dough mixture. And I'm actually going to move the camera now so you can see this more up close. Okay, so you can see that we're adding the red raspberry jam. Like that. I just use the back of the spoon to smear it. Make sure we have a nice amount. We use almost a whole jar for this cake. Okay. Then we're gonna put the walnut mixture over it. These smells bring back memories. Wow. I'm totally thinking of my mom right now. Kind of just spread that evenly the best you can. Give it a nice little shake. All right, now what we're gonna do is we're gonna get the remaining dough, and then it says, rolling remaining dough to make strips to put on top. All right, so those are those strips that I was telling you about. So basically, you're just gonna get the dough, and you're gonna roll it with your hands and make these strips. Now, looking at this is a little too thick. Can you see how thick that is? So we're just gonna keep rolling. I'm gonna do, you want them coming down here. How many do you want? Probably 2 coming down and about 3 going across there. So let me do that. Notice I'm using my fingers, really spreading it out, that dough. There we go. Got to put a little pressure down. That looks good. So we're gonna do 1 coming down here. Let's get another piece. I'm gonna roll it again. I'm gonna add this one in the middle over here. Then we're gonna do some going across. Okay, so we're doing the ones going across here. You want to get the same width, which this is 9 inches. So that looks about right. Take a little bit off there. You just press that down. You do want to put your oven on 350 degrees. Let that preheat. Okay. So I got 2 more to go. And the last one. So you can see you're using up all your dough. And place that right there. Take a little bit off. All right. Flatten that down. Nice. So this is what it looks like, and now we're gonna put it in the oven, bake it at 350 degrees for 35 to 40 minutes until golden brown. All right, yeah, we don't wanna mess our cake up. All right, so when we come back, it should be done. Stay tuned. Oh my gosh, so here it is. I just took it out of the oven. It looks fantastic. It smells so good. Brings back a lot of memories of my mom and how she always used to make this around Easter time. And what we want to do is let this cool completely, and you're going to cut them into little squares. We have this cake stand here. I'm going to be putting them on this cake stand and then sprinkling it with powdered sugar. It just makes a really nice presentation. So hopefully you'll try this recipe, and if you have any questions, please leave it below in the comment section. And now, let's make an Easter basket. Okay, we're back. So we're going to be going over a friend's house for Easter, and they have a little 5-year-old, and so we decided we're going to make an Easter basket for the little 5-year-old. So this is something that you may want to do if you're going over a friend's house and they have children. If you know something specific that they like, then definitely add that to the Easter baskets. But to make this Easter basket a little bit more special than the ones you buy in the store, you could do that, but I kind of like making your own. So I got this really beautiful basket. I got this at Hobby Lobby, and it's not one of those plastic Easter baskets. It's really nicely made. It looks really good, great size. And then I also bought some fake grass, moss kind of thing. I thought that would be better than that plastic, the plastic shredding that's put in Easter baskets. So we want to add that to our basket at the bottom. And then I bought some things that may not be the usual stuff that you would put in an Easter basket. For instance, I think it's really important that kids read. Or that you read to your child. So I got this book. This is one of those little golden books. I remember these books when I was a kid. And this is the story of Jesus, and I thought it was a really pretty, beautiful little book that would be a great story for you to read with your kids during Easter time. So this is one of the items that's going to be in the Easter basket. Every kid loves a stuffed animal, so I have a little Easter bunny right here, a little stuffed animal. And then this is just for decoration, these carrots. I forgot where I got these at. It could have been Target, but I'm not quite sure. I don't remember. But, oh no, these were Hobby Lobby too, I think. And I think these are cute to add to the basket. And then I got a couple of these plastic Easter eggs that open, of course. And I like these because you can put stuff in there like chocolates, or you can put M&Ms, or I'm gonna be putting something different, a little Jordan almonds. Why Jordan almonds? Well, number one, they taste good, and second of all, they look like little Easter eggs. So make sure your hands are clean, of course. So we're gonna be putting a few in these Easter eggs. Others, you might put a little chocolate in there. I think that would be a cool idea. But I'm gonna be filling mine up with some more Jordan almonds. They're really yummy. All right, so those are those plastic Easter eggs that close really nice. And then I have another egg. This is just decorative. And then you have to have jelly beans. You just have to have jelly beans at Easter time. So I got these cellophane baggies. These are very thin and long. And I thought this would be really cute. Instead of you could put these jelly beans in those plastic Easter eggs too, but I think I'm gonna be putting them in this baggie here. So we're just going to pour some. You wanna make sure it's nicely filled. That might be a little, no, that's a good size actually. Kind of twisted. See how nice, what a nice presentation that looks. You might want to get a little twisty tie. This is a silvery twisty tie. Hello, Simon. Simon is looking to see what I'm doing here. He's been my helper lately. No, you can't have these. These are not for dogs. And so you just want to twist that on there. Makes a really nice presentation. And then you definitely want some nice ribbon. This I thought was a really pretty ribbon. This is green plaid and white, and I think it just looks very springtime. And the last thing you'll need is some cellophane. Cellophane, I think, is so much nicer than, of course, if you did like wrapping paper or something like that. When you use a basket, you should be using cellophane. So I think that's pretty much all the stuff, right, Simon? What do you think? All right, so now we're gonna fill our basket. So let's get started. My egg is rolling away. Okay, Simon, get down. Simon is just a terror.
What you talking about? You're the one putting me in bunny ears.
Okay, So here I have my basket, and we're gonna add, let's start with our book, because our book is the largest item for the basket. So I'm just gonna place that book right there. The Easter Bunny is the next largest, so he's gonna go on the other side. You wanna make sure it's balanced, looks good. This is my next largest. Now these carrots, I think I'm gonna have kind of sticking towards the middle there. And then our Easter eggs that are filled with some yummy Jordan almonds. Let's place those around. Yum. This is a decorative one. Let's put this one on the Easter Bunny's lap. I think that would look really cute. And then definitely we want to put our jelly beans there. And I just think this makes a really cute Easter basket for a child, a young child. And if you're doing an Easter basket for an adult, then of course maybe you want to put their favorite wine in there, and maybe some kind of like springtime items. If they're into gardening, maybe you want to make some type of themed basket, like a gardening basket. That would be really cool. All right, so let's get the cellophane, and we're going to make sure, let me make sure my counter from that moss got a little messy there. And then I'm gonna get my cellophane. You definitely want to make sure that it is large enough to, and I think I'm gonna turn the basket this way. Yeah, and you wanna leave some on top. All right, so this looks like a good amount. Get my scissors here. I'm just gonna snip that. Place that off to the side. And let's see. Yeah, that looks pretty good. And we want to just kind of like bunch it up towards the middle. You want to do it directly on top where the Easter basket's handle is. I like giving it a twist. Now the side here we're going to be tucking in. All right, that book kind of protrudes out a little bit. That's okay, we'll fix that. And so I do a twist on top, and then we want to fluff that out, and we're going to add our ribbon. Now how long should the ribbon be? Well, you definitely want good length on your ribbon, especially if you're going to make a bow. So I'm going to go with approximately 3 feet, 36 inches. So this is about 12. Notice I'm estimating here. That's about 36. And that should be kind of long enough, I think. Always give yourself more than less on the ribbon, just in case. That's a little tip. Then we're going to make a nice bow, just a regular bow, like when you tie a shoe. If you want to get fancy and use a bow dabra, I have videos on using a bow dabra and Easy Bow Maker as part of our Christmas shows, but you can look back and see how to make one of those fancier bows. But for this, I think I'm just going to do just your regular bow. I think that looks pretty. And of course, you got to do ducktails. And how you do ducktails, you fold your ribbon in half, and at a 45-degree angle, you're going to just cut it downwards. You open it up, and it creates these ducktails. Hopefully you can see that. And then you want to do the same thing on the other side, of course. Little ducktail there. Fluff up your bow. And then for the sides, we want to just tuck those in. You can use tape, but I don't think on this one I'm going to be using tape. I think just the tucking in is going to be all I need to do. And there you go. You have a really cute Easter basket. If you wanted to kind of cut the top too a little bit and make a design, all you have to do is just bring it together. And then this way it's a little bit more even. You don't have to do that, but sometimes it looks a little bit nicer when you do that. All right, so here's a really cute Easter basket that any kid would love to receive as an Easter present. So just an idea for you. Happy cooking.